6 days into the conflict, it doesn't look like things are easing in Israel, and that's why India has now launched Operation Ajay to bring back Indians who are currently in Israel. The first lot of Indians who wish to travel back from Israel will actually be flying back later today. Now, the embassy is closely coordinating the same. You've got several top diplomats currently based in Israel, and they've confirmed that the first lot of registered Indian citizens have already been sent across the communication for a special flight that they will be boarding. There are several people who've registered with the Indian embassy in Israel to be airlifted out. So it's based on that Operation Ajay was kicked off. But remember, for all the Indians who wish to move out of Israel, there's help immediately available. We've launched several such successful operations, including the one recently that took place in Ukraine. And here too, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar saying priority will be to ensure that any Indian who feels unsafe currently in Israel or wants to head back to the homeland is given that opportunity, is given that option. A flight will take off from Tel Aviv today and be bringing back the first set of Indians. These are Indian citizens who've written to the embassy, and we will put out those details also for you. If you're tuning in from Israel and wondering how you can reach out to the government to come back home, we'll put out those details for you. But the government making it very clear that communication channels are open. Any help that's needed will be given to our citizens. There's a second flight that will take off tomorrow. These are chartered planes that the government is now arranging for our citizens. So Operation Ajay has been launched to bring back all of those Indians who want to return, who feel that they're stranded currently in Israel. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has announced that Operation Ajay will essentially facilitate the return of Indian citizens from Israel. Jaishankar has stated that the government is fully committed to the safety and well-being of all of our nationals abroad. There are about 20,000 Indians who currently live in Israel, including a large chunk of that being from Tamil Nadu. About 7,000 of Indian citizens currently in Israel are from Tamil Nadu. Under Operation Ajay, India will send special chartered flights to Israel, largely to Tel Aviv, and communication is being sent out to Indian citizens who have registered to come back to get to the airport at the necessary times. The first lot of Indians who have registered to return have already been notified. They're going to be put on the first special flight later today. The notification for the second set of registered Indians has been sent across. Tomorrow, they'll be flying out. So there's an emergency helpline that's been set up by the Indian Embassy, a 24-hour one where Indians who want to get out can immediately reach out. So the Indian government doing everything they can right now to ensure the safety of Indian nationals. At any point, if they feel unsafe, they can reach out to the embassy, and the government ensuring that all possible avenues for bringing them back is explored. Now, many of the Indian citizens are currently not in Tel Aviv, but there are appropriate transport channels also being opened up. On your screens are images right now, latest videos of a meeting that's been shared by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, where there is a conversation happening on Operation Ajay and to ensure that all help reaches Indian citizens who are currently in Israel. There are special chartered flights that are in fact going to Tel Aviv to bring back our citizens. But these meetings also are extremely crucial because we've seen the Indian government pulling this off very successfully in the last few circumstances. If you look at what happened in Ukraine and of course in several other strife-torn areas, India has always prioritized ensuring that our citizens feel safe and have the option of coming back home. And these images now of External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also holding a detailed meeting with top diplomats and all officials concerned with the External Affairs Ministry, coming together to discuss what kind of preps need to be taken up for Operation Ajay. At this point, the MEA is ready to provide all possible assistance to Indian nationals who are currently stranded in Israel. So if you're currently watching this broadcast, you're in Israel wondering if you should head back home, you can reach out to the 24-hour emergency hotline that's been set up by the Indian Embassy in Israel.